Coming up, the exhaust nut wrench is finally here. And we have leaks, and more leaks. Last time I managed to organize all the wiring, drain the oils from the engine, gearbox and final drive, and remove the entire rear drive assembly. The drive shaft is out, and now the engine and gearbox are ready to come out too. I started off with the carburetors, and I already have a full rebuilt kit, gaskets, O-rings, needles, everything. I'll use these cold winter nights to rebuild them completely. The left carb wasn't responding to the idle adjustments at all, so it's probably just plugged. I will give it a proper clean while I'm at it. Next I removed the air filter housing and noticed that the fuel hoses definitely need replacing. Then the big moment, the exhaust wrench in the action. The nuts came out smoothly, so no heat was needed, which was a really relief. After that I loosened the engine mounting bolts, since they also hold the exhaust in place. Once everything was off, I inspected the center pipe that connects both exhaust sides. It's rusty and will need replacing. There is also some rust inside the exhaust itself, so I'll try to clean this up and see how bad it really is. And now finally engine and gearbox are coming out. Unfortunately, I spotted the oil leak at the clutch lever. I kind of already saw this one, but I was hoping it is just because of this broken rubber boot that was on the drive shaft, so I was hoping it is just spraying the oil around, but unfortunately that is not the case, so I will need to change these seals. Then I placed a small car lift under the gearbox just as a support. I loosened up all 4 bolts holding the gearbox. I also needed to take off the left foot peg and shift lever since they were blocking the way. And the gearbox came out eventually, even though next time I'm going to remove the clutch lever first, just to make the life easier. Once it was out, I inspected everything closely. It looks like the leak is coming from the seal between the engine and the gearbox. Probably just a rubber seal, and it shouldn't be that much complicated to replace it here. I also noticed the oil seeping from the cover of the oil pump. Probably the rear main seal will also need to be replaced, so I will need to remove the flywheel and replace the O-ring and also the main rear seal. And then I finally started with the engine removal preparation. I used the same car lift and lifted it up just a little bit as a support, loosen up the bolts. Before doing that, I took off the oil filter cover. Even though I replaced the filter and gasket just 500 kilometers ago, I'll swap them again while everything is apart already. The rear and front mounting bolts came out easily, and finally the engine was free. I have to say it's heavier than I expected. Not impossible, but still a decent workout. After this inspirational exchange with my son, I organize all the spacers and bolts carefully. They'll need to go back exactly where they came from. The balcony is a bit messy right now. We have the gearbox on the floor, the engine, the tools, and the barbecue. So let's do something about it. Alright, here we go. Not the best, but decent workbench to work on this engine. And here's the main culprit, leaks around the pushrod tube seals. So I will need to replace them, but I will have to remove the cylinders. And since I'm already doing that, I'm going to change the pinstone rings. I'll do one side at a time to keep things in control, because I want to do all of those things on top compression stroke, so I don't mess up with the valves as well. And next time I'm going to start with degreasing and changing the seals and gaskets. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.